I love this new intro song. Goddamn right. Oh, I absolutely love the new intro song. You guys, it's Paint with Josh. We're back in the studio with you tonight. It's going to be awesome. Caught that one. So let me tell you what I've done so far. Right, we have our 18 by 24 inch canvas covered with our black gesso first, let it dry, and then our liquid clear to make it wet. Then our undercolors like our phthalo green and phthalo blue, just back and forth all over the canvas, right? Now all we need is some activator. Get these things rocking and rolling, you guys. So tell me where you're watching from. What's your favorite Halloween candy? Let me know. We're gonna get a little of this white paint right onto our brush and let's just go crazy. Right down like that. Maybe another one. You guys, you gotta make the noises if you want it to work. Maybe this last guy goes off and then he goes right down and around, right? Taking a lot of our excess paint, dumping it in these little places, going around the outside edge, around the inside edge, just having all this craziness happen, right? You want this excess color up here. It's gonna look like crap initially, right? You're looking at it going, oh my God, what is this guy doing? Goodness gracious, just trust me. Trust me, trust me, trust me. Let's get a big old 2-inch brush like this guy. We're gonna grab into our paints and literally drag them and push them upwards, creating all these little auroric effects. Boom, guys, that's really cool. Right down in here, push it real hard, drag it up. Lots of pressure, lots of reps, right? The more that we drag it straight through all these little colors, the cooler little things are gonna happen, guys. It's really wicked. Lots of pressure, lots of reps. Look at that. Instantly. Just instantly, we got a really cool little Aurora scene. Now we can take these guys, pull them down from the top, all the way down, and boom, 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 boom. Just softens any little bit. And then we're gonna go back and throw in our crazy old mountain in here, which is gonna be the easiest part, but just in 1 minute or less, guys. Little Aurora Borealis. Now let's get our black, crimson, and blue paint together to make Paint with Josh plaque. The deepest and darkest of all deep, dark colors known to exist in mankind's history. Remember, if you want to grab this painting, go to PaintWithJosh.com. Let's get over here, mix up that black color, right? Really deep, dark nastiness, and let's get in here and just chuck a big old mountain, right? A lot of that plaque mix onto the knife, and then just boom, straight up. Pop it down over there. Why not? Right? What do you want your little mountain to look like? Scrape up some of the excess paint and drop it in again, right? We're just mushing down a little old mountain shape, letting it go down a little bit further. All we need are our little top edges, right? Maybe just throw a little bit over here, a little bit, stretching it out. Doesn't have to look like anything, guys, until we start to highlight it, right? This is just a deep, dark shadow bit of paint that's up here, so we can highlight it and turn it into a gorgeous little mountain, right? Now, once we've got some paint up here, let's switch to a smaller brush, just because we're on a little smaller surface, and we'll take that paint and start to slide it out. But we don't want every mountain peak going in the same direction, so let's slide it out a little bit the other way. All of a sudden, we're starting to make little themes in our mountain. Maybe this guy's a very sheer cliff, just a straight wall into the back. We're pulling straight down. We hit down here, slide across, right? Mix it down. We don't want to go down too far. Take this guy, slide it over to the edge. And just in about 2 minutes, guys, I'm gonna highlight this thing, so don't leave, right? You're looking at it going, oh geez, right? I can't really see it. Well, yeah, it's very dark. We're gonna go back and highlight this guy, right? We're gonna highlight it. So, let's get in here with our knife. Remember, go to PaintWithJosh.com. You wanna grab this guy. Over here, a little bit of our blue and our white. Mix up our snowy color back here. Very much like a blue sky, right? But we don't want it to be too blue sky-like, so we take a bit of our plaque, mix that down in there as well. Turn it into this bluish, grayish color. Oh, that's fabulous right there, right? Wipe off our knife, come back in. A little bit more of the white paint because we need more snow than we do shadows. A little bit of our blue color that we created, not the blue from up here. That'll just turn into the same color. All right, so we gotta mix it down to where this guy's a much brighter version of his original bluey self, right? And that way we'll have our snowy shadows and our snowy highlights versus our shadows, right? Very cool. Bang, perfect. Right? Mix up all that stuff, grab it over here, and I'm gonna show you something really neat. Okay, again, we're gonna wipe off our knife so we don't have any colors on it. Just like that, nice and clean. Come in here and grab up a bit of our shadows first. And let's say, who knows, in this instance, maybe our shadows are coming down the back side. So we're just kind of gripping onto the canvas very lightly with that little roll and having it slide down. Right? Not everywhere is going to be the most perfectly covered little area. So let it break, let it be odd, let it be different. Right? Over here, maybe we're sliding down this way. The whole time, it all depends on the amount of paint that's on our knife, right? The amount of pressure that we're adding to the canvas to then have these guys just roll and grow down this way, right? You don't want to push too hard because then you're going to have all sorts of your little spots get broken, right? We want them to stay nice and odd looking like that. That's perfect, right? Maybe just in between a couple of these little guys, just shed down just a few tiny little streaks of blue that might end up getting covered over, or they might show. You never know. You never know what we're going to do, but we don't need it all to be the same. Right? Perfect. Now, let's go into our snowy mix. We're going to slide this guy down, grab it up, come off the back side, and maybe just drop it straight down, right? Some of those little bluey, shadowy lines are getting covered. Some of them aren't. That's the beauty of it. When we get up here, we start dropping this guy down and down and down. Where's the light hitting in your mind? All right, you can even grab it up off of our little side guy over here. Pull it off to the edge. All depends on how you're gripping it, how you're holding it. You get to decide, and you get a little bit of light coming off of that guy too. Again, not having every piece be the same amount of brightness. It doesn't all have to be so bright. And we come across our little shadowy, ridgy area. So again, it's not a perfect little thing. Throw some little light areas out there. Start making it more rounded by doing more horizontal strokes. It doesn't make sense, but it works. Down in there with our little bit of snow that's catching. Right? We're sliding off this little area. All this snow is getting lit up. Boom, boom, boom. However we want it to be. Remember, your mountain can be as big as you want it to be. It could be as small as you want it to be. And here's what I talk about, making the mountain more round by adding more horizontal bits. All of a sudden, it's starting to make it kind of flatten out and be a little bit more rounder. Over there, over here. Where do you want your little flat areas to be? You get to decide. No one else is going to tell you, excuse me, that shouldn't be right there, right? You have to choose where your spots are going to be, where your little imperfections are going to pop out. Because that's what it's all about. It's not about having a perfect thing. It's about the imperfections. Right? If you don't have imperfections, then you're not going to have any deep areas or dark areas or bright areas. Everything's just going to be all the same, and nobody wants that. Right? There we go. We don't want to come down too much further. I'm going to add a little bit of my white down here just to create our misty fog. Right? We don't want to have too much of it. Just a little bit down around the base will create this foggy mist. Right? Now, let's get back in here. We'll grab up our big old 2-inch brush. Boom, you guys, right? And very horizontal, very flat to the canvas, not out here brushing it like this. You can't control your pressure that way, but you can control it better if you're in there very flat to the canvas, right? Kind of very softly dragging up. We're not trying to reach the whole tip top of the mountain. Even in here, we're not trying to get all the way to the top. Just very lightly dragging over in different places. Vice versa, we have to go the other way to come up on our blue side. Just softening the paint down so we can add something else. Right, so we can continue to add more things on top of it. Now, we've got to go back in with our little brush, right? Start dabbing at it. Just pushing into the canvas. Each time the little bristles are expanding and mixing in with our little paints and stuff. Right? Just dabbing into it. And the more that you dab into it, the more difficult it's going to be to see. Right? When it's more difficult to see, you get that mysteriousness. The misty fogginess, right? That's the cool part. You mix it up down here very lightly, and then we're not going to know where our little mountain lives. Where's the base, right? No one can tell because it's back in this misty fog. Oh, it's fabulous. That's fabulous. Now, let's get back here. Let's toss an old wave in. Let's go back up into our white. A little bit, and any part of this white is going to interact with our undercolors that are down here, right? Just the same as it did up here. Wherever we had it is where they lit up, right? So, maybe way back here, what's that? Ooh, I thought it might have been a sail, but it's not, guys. Maybe way back here, let's throw just a little mustache, little thing back there, right? Small little bit, very flat on the top. You can even drop down one little space in between and then kind of fill this guy in, very horizontal edges. We don't need a lot of detail all the way back there. But you have a little bit of shadow, a little bit of a lip in your water. And then, let's go like this. Toss that guy out that way, toss this guy down that way. Just so we've got our little lip, our little mustache shape, right? Perfect. Come in with a little bit more paint onto our brush. And let's say over this guy, just right through that blue section, and we're gonna start to drag him back and flicking him back very horizontally. We don't want it to reach the next bit of wave, right? We don't need it to be so perfect. Try to get it as close as you can get, right? Get that little bit of shadow underneath your water. Now here is where we roll over. Rolling all of that water, put our little eye in right there, not trying to allow our colors to touch. Right? Never allow them to touch. Otherwise we'll never know what's what. Right? Get in here, start mixing up little circles so close. Oh, so close to the edge. Right? But leaving that little dark separator in between. Because you gotta have it. If you don't have it, you're not gonna know the difference between the top of the wave, the eye, the crasher. There's nothing if you lose all your shadows, right? Don't lose your shadows, you guys. Now, let's come in here and roll this thing over. You guys, answer me 2 questions. Let me know where you're watching from. And what's your favorite Halloween candy, since it's that time of the year? I normally ask what your favorite sandwich is, but what's your favorite Halloween candy? We're gonna take this guy, right? We already know our angle of our rotation. And instead of over-rolling it straight down to the middle of your canvas, aim for the corner, like you're throwing the water. See what we do when we chuck that water at that angle? Eventually it would come down and land. So aim for the bottom corner. We're gonna start going like this, very lightly, rolling over, rolling over, rolling over, rolling over, right? How far do you want your water to roll? Totally up to you again, right? Do you want it to change shape and turn into one of Josh's butt waves? Or do you want to continue it to roll down? Like this, and over and over and over and over and over and over and over, getting smaller and smaller and smaller, right? How do you want it to look? Totally up to you. You don't even have to come back and use any of these. You could turn them all into misty spray, right? Doesn't matter, guys. You get to decide what it looks like, how bright it is, where the water's flowing, right? All up to you guys. Now, let's say eventually that water's gonna come down and smash right onto the ground. And so we'd have our little bit of our sea foam down here, right? Just making some horizontal lines, just all about the same size, starting a little bit over until we get up here, right? Until we're gonna start to roll our waves down until they start lining up with our little guys, right? Turning into horizontal little lines themselves. Now, we can start to roll back, drag up into that eye area, right? But we don't wanna make it so bright. We don't need to fill in every space. And we need to leave it nice and dark down in here, right? Where any bit of light is not gonna reach all the way back in there. Leave it nice and dark, right? About the size of a ping pong ball back there. Perfect, perfect, perfect. If you over brighten it, you're gonna hate it. I'm telling you, I've done many, many, many ones, right? Again, connecting up here, flowing down, 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 down. You guys get to decide the angle, the look, and everything right now. Let's come back in here. We're gonna grab a different brush. We're gonna go back into our plaque mix that we created our mountain with, right? Which is just a mix of these 3 colors. Our blue, phthalo blue, alizarin crimson, midnight black in this case, to make Paint with Josh plaque. Right? It's just a very purplish black color. You get purple from mixing those 2, you add the black, you got plaque, right? Now let's follow along our little dark separation line, which is right here, that we kept separate from our top of our water to the face of our wave. We had to keep them separate. So let's follow along right here. Little dabs in, and then we're gonna stay underneath the water and roll down however you want it to be, right? Start popping up into that brightness. You can see it, just literally pushing the brush into the canvas. And especially once we get down here, you get to decide how big your splash and crash and all that stuff is. Remember, it's already happened off the canvas, and it's just continuing to roll and roll and roll. We just took a snapshot in time, right? That's all it is. So, especially when I'm doing seascapes, I admit I like to see the water move, and I'm like, oh, and then I might do too much because in my brain this water is moving, and you have to remember to stop, guys. Okay. Now let's get back over here and brighten all this nonsense up. Okay. A little bit of our liquid white. We're going to go into our titanium white. Now, the liquid white is a very runny, milky paint, and it changes its consistency from this very thick paint into something that's much more watery. And when it's more watery, it will come off of our brush much easier. Look at this guy. Right? And all those little crashy splashers, they're coming down. Boom, guys. And even though we just mushed on all of this white, right? All these little splashing crashers, even though we just mushed it all on, what have we left in between all of them, right? Because it's not just a pure block of white that we just put up there. So what have we left in between all these little guys? Like we've been talking about this whole time. What have we left that we've been talking about, man? Little spaces of dark, little separations, right? We call them dark separators around here. All those little spots, tons of them, thousands of them in between all of our little bright areas, right? Take your last little bit of your very wet little paint. Let's start to just dab it on over this way and then drag off a couple flicks off the top. Doesn't all need to look the same. Perfect. Perfection. Boom, guys. Just anywhere you want it to be. As much little bits of white as you can drop off there. Now, the reason we do that and we leave those little dark separations is we know that when we hit it with our next brush, it's going to want to grow, right? And so if we just cover it too much, we're not going to allow anything to have any differences, right? So we need it to be bright, dark, white, gray, black, pure white, not pure. You know what I mean? The more differences that you have in there, just by very lightly mixing it. Oh, goodness, don't try to go too far up if your brush is too big. Woo! Look at that little sucker. Splash! Dudes, it's everywhere. Oh, it's awesome, right? Let's start looking more and more and more like water. Now we're going to go back and get our liquid white again, back into our titanium white pile. And all the liquid white does is thin it down so it's not so stinking thick anymore, right? Makes it much more watery. Come back in here, we're going to do it again. Little places, less this time because we've already got it looking really good, right? Until we get down here. Curse splash wherever you want them to be. Just, right? Knowing that we're going to go do it again anyway. Okay? This time, we're going to come in with a much less heavy hand and go much lighter and miss some areas. Right? That way we'll have some really bright areas, some areas that are splashing, some areas that are overly mixed, some that aren't touched at all. Some guys up there. Oh, is that not just fantastic? Softest little touch. Boom, now our water's come down smashing onto our sand. And you're like, what sand is that, Josh? And I'm like, well, just give me a hot second. Okay, just give me one hot little second over there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna come in, let's do it on the brush, well, let's do it off the brush first, right? Come over here, give me a little bit of our white. Boom, 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 just onto our brush. A little bit of our titanium white. We're gonna come underneath where we want our sand to be. And just drop it on, right? The more that you put down there, the brighter it's gonna be. Now, doesn't that look like sand, you guys? And you can say no. It's okay if you say no. It doesn't look like sand, because to me right now, it doesn't look like sand either. Right? I gotta do 3 things to it in order to make it look like sand. And right now, we've only done one thing, right? So, what are those 3 things that we have to do? Well, we've gotta pull it down like this. We've gotta swipe it one direction, we've gotta swipe it back the other direction. Now, you could go vice versa, right? Which way are we supposed to go? After we pull it down, are we supposed to pull it to the away from the wave or towards the wave? Can you type that into the comments right now? Away or toward? And then we'll figure it out, guys. What do we got? What do you guys got to say? Away from the wave, towards the wave? Guys, this one's looking fantastic. If somebody doesn't hop on this one quick, I might take it out of the store, to be honest. It is too good. It is too good to just let it leave. Man, that's fire. No bristle back in here. Perfect. All right, so I see a lot of aways, a lot of towards. Just think about this. We've been talking about our dark separators, right? The little darkness here, right there, this section. And now we're down to this one. If we push towards the wave first, don't you think those colors are instantly going to connect and there won't be any darkness anymore? So let's slide them away from the wave. turning all of our vertical streaks into horizontal streaks, just like that. And now we're going to push it back towards and try to save the smallest little bit of shadow. Right? So as we push this color in, the dark separator starts to get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until it starts looking like there's a bit of shadow underneath there. If you leave that little piece, that little line of darkness underneath there, it looks like shadows, you guys. It's so cool. Tell me, just lifts it straight up. Fabulous. Now let's come in a little bit with our liquid white. And down here, right underneath that dark separator that we have over here. And just popping a little bit on there. I'm going to do the same thing, just much lighter with this liquid white. Right, so it's going to look much more wet. There we go. Very lightly to the side, over and back. Right? Instantly it starts looking a little bit more wetter than it was before. Now we'll come in with our last little touches of our liquid white. Dropping down over here, and we come up on this side, and it's there and here, and we're just kind of plopping it on. Right? Gotta plop it on a little bit. Hello, you guys! About lost my throat right there. Lost my throat? About lost my voice. Looks like somebody wised up and grabbed this before I could take it out of the store. So lucky them. Lucky them. Little bits. Now I gotta go back in and see who that person is that took this painting away from me. How dare they? Right? Wiggle it down and around and over. Boom. A little bit of wet, watery look, guys. Now we're gonna have to have a light party with this painting. And the person who got it better fess up. Oh no, it was a Mac attack. Mac, dude, you got a good one right here, man. My guy, Mackie Doodles, right, got a fantastic painting, if you ask me. Now that it's purchased, Mac has to come up with a title for the painting, right? So you guys have to help him come up with a title. And be like, all right, I think it should be called this or that or whatever, right? It's up to you guys. I don't want to add too many little bits of foaminess, and it brings the foam too close, right? Little things. Just fantastic. I love this one, guys. Okay, over here, so you guys got to start coming up with a title for it, right? We're going to spray on our gorgeous little watery spray, and you have to do that with just your liquid white. It's the only time that Paint with Josh says it's okay to use pure liquid white is when we're doing stars in the sky, like this. Bink! Toss a couple little stars out into our Aurora, right? Instantly added 1,000,000 miles to this painting. And then when we come in here, now, as we drag through, right, we put our liquid white out on the edge, and then as we drag through, it bends our bristles back and then launches them forward. Now, we do it about 1,000 times, not really 1,000, maybe about 50 times in order to get the things. Thank you, I love you. I love you. So let's find our right angle so we don't spray our awesome wall panels in the back. And we'll come off like this and just start going boom, 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 boom. Look at all that spray you got. Oh, it's fantastic. Look at that. Holy shaving cream, you guys. Dude, this one looks so good. So good. I love the colors with the teal and the blue for the eye and then the blue and the sand. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, you guys. It is beautiful. And were you here in the beginning of the show? Did you hear the brand new Paint with Josh song? It's awesome. I love it. London hooked me up with 2 new songs, and I let about the last minute and a bit play for the beginning of this show. So if you didn't see the intro, shame on you for not being here. Oh, the intros are always the best. But yeah, London came up with this song. She produced for me. It's amazing. She was in the studio all night long producing this song for me. Somebody tag her. Get her over here. I gotta give her props on the songs. Is she here already? Uns Glitterwix, are you here? I cannot see you. I just started painting with these types of paints, already learning a lot. Perfect. Ooh, whoa. How do you say that? Wool Phoenix? Is that how I'm pronouncing that? Maybe call it Northern Divinity. That's a title for a painting, my guy. Northern Divinity. Because it's so divine up in the north. The far north. Oh, you guys. Somebody get London over here. We gotta talk about the intro songs, guys. They're freaking awesome. And if you haven't heard it, you're gonna have another chance to hear it very soon on the next show. Northern Divinity, all right. Now, I like that. Painted on 10/12 of 2023. We're all gonna go to PaintWithJosh.com. Because beyond TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and all the big ones, right? PaintWithJosh.com, definitely top 5 websites in the world. Okay, so this one is 1519, right, guys? Oh no, am I forgetting already? I know it's 1500 and something. Guys, is it gonna be easier if I just look? Oh, Cosmic's on it. 1519. Didn't even have a chance to open up my screen. Okay, you guys, let's spin this sucker around and then have a light party. Oh, we gotta sign it with our birdies. It's fantabulous. I always love the Northern Lights. I can't ever not paint a mountain. You're fabulous, and I love the way that I paint waves. If you like the way that I paint waves, I've got like 70 videos to show you how to paint waves over there. Full-length toots. Yeah, I said it. Full-length toots over on YouTube. Tutorials, obviously. Toots. What'd you think I was talking about? How long's a full-length toot? Like, oh, I had an hour-long toot. Like, oh my God, your stomach must be feeling better. No, I was watching this guy. He was teaching me how to paint a tutorial. Oh, copy. Got it. Copy it. Okay. Now, dude, we freaking flew through that painting. Like 28 minutes, bro. All right, so we're gonna hang out for a little while then, do an awesome little light party, and maybe you guys can help me decide what to paint for the next show, right? Just maybe. Maybe in my brains you can help me out. So, Mac grabbed this painting. He gets a light party, of course, right? So, here's your flash warning, they call it. If you're sensitive to light photo flashiness, is what I like to call it. Then turn your phone away. Oh, I just put my whole thumb in a pile of purple. Turn your phone away for about 15 seconds, starting in about 5 seconds. And I will tell you it's okay to look when it is, in fact, okay to look. Starting in 3, 2, 1, light party! That was a slow-mo for a second. Boom! Look at this thing. Holy shaving cream! Hey guys! Alright! Oh, that was the wrong button. Oh, that didn't sound very nice. That was the wrong button. Alright. The light party is now concluded. You may now look back at your phones if you're light sensitive. Dioxazine purple thumbs up. Dude, look at the freaking depth in this one, guys. Like, I'm like surprised myself, bro. By the way, you see my apartment? Get these squares on TikTok Shop with my invisible clock. Where is it? Right there. I bet you didn't notice it before. I bet you didn't notice it. It is so vibrant and deep and dark where it needs to be. You know what I mean? That's the best part. You can't have a vibrantly colored painting without the deep, dark spaces that are in here. You know what I mean? Everywhere. Fantastic. And your auroras don't have to be this perfect thing every time, right? They never have to be a perfect shape, a perfect thing, a perfect nothing. Let's drag this guy a little bit more. Zip, zap, zoop. Hold him down just a touch and soften him. Hey, that's what I love about oils. You can literally go back, even if you got a giant mountain in your way, you can go back in, just one little thing that you just didn't like, right? You guys, what a light party! Just to say, need to put some blue in this one, are you sure? Do we? Really? Right in front of my phthalo blue and phthalo green? You're gonna say that? How dare you? I can't even frown on screen. I'm too happy to frown on screen. Like, that's my frown. It's actually my face. Isn't it so embarrassing when you're like walking and you see somebody that maybe you don't know their name, but you see them often enough, right? Maybe they're on their way to work, or maybe it's just a random person you've never even seen before, but you're trying to be nice, right? You're trying to be nice that day. You don't have your you face on. You're trying to just be. So you walk past them and you go, and you like smile at it. A little nod. Hi there. Most embarrassing moment for me. Like, hi, oh, thank you for not noticing me. Yeah, no, I'm definitely not that famous yet. Perfect. Woo! A watermelon Aurora. What do you mean? Like green and pink? We've done those before. I actually have one. Let me show you something. Don't leave yet. Let me show you something. Did we not get anybody with the date smile? Nobody bit on that? I thought we were going to get some bites. So, I mean, I don't know what you're talking about, watermelon Aurora, but it's kind of greeny, pinky, tealy, purpley. You know what I mean? Yes, Mama Llama, I got to put those in. Thank you for reminding me. This is one that we did for Cosmic, and it's got a little lighthouse in it. Boom, right? But yeah, it's more of a watermelon-y type colors for an Aurora. This is just two colors, literally. Phthalo green, phthalo blue, and then we got our plaque mix is all that's left in there. So we literally use what? 4, green, these 3, and white. So a 5-color painting. Limited tools, limited colors, and you can still come up with something awesome, right? That's okay, Mama Llama. Somebody pinned it and reminded me. Let's toss in the old bird family. It's a family of birdies flying. Lots of people expect them to be in the sky, but on these ones I like to sneak them in right here. Like they're just flying low over the water. Flying in and going to rest. Alright, let's put this guy right down into the sandiness. Into the sandiness. Whoop. Over there. Hey, old JK, just kidding. This one's still mine, Mackie. It's still, no, it's yours. You got it, fair and squaresies. I'll never get this thing dry in enough time. Woo! A city setting. Now you're out of your mind, right? Now, when I do cities, it's more of like apocalyptic, broken cities. Because then you don't have to paint a straight line. It's all about knowing your strengths, right? Know your strengths. Your weaknesses, stay away from the weak parts. Unless you're trying to practice those, you don't need, of course. So, my guys, my gals, what the heck are we going to paint next? Hello! Yeah, what are we going to do next is my question. Fall cabin in the woods with a river or a stream. We've done so many of those guys recently. Thank you, Team James. Appreciate it. Psychedelic theme. We haven't done a galaxy in a while, but that takes a fair amount of prep for planets and stuff to dry, so then we can then paint over them. God, I love the shape of this wave, though. Love the shape. Thanks, Todd. I appreciate you. A grassy meadow with snow-covered mountains. I like that. Oh, Mac, I don't think Mac does the wheel, honestly. Unless you want me to paint myself doing a wheelie on like a motorcycle. But, Mackie, do you do the wheel? I thought he foregone it. But, in any case, nope, no wheel, he says. You want me to do a cartwheel? Me to do a cartwheel? I think we're too close to do this. Are we? Oh, yes. Oh, perfect. Wait. There it is. You guys are nuts. Yeah, Mac's awesome. It is phthalo blue and phthalo green everywhere, right? So I did You can almost see it. Phthalo green, phthalo blue, phthalo green, phthalo blue, phthalo green, and then into the back ocean, the green, blue into the eye, green into this section, blue in this corner, and then green in this corner, and we kind of mixed them like that. And then this was a mix of both, because this doesn't really make a difference on what color it is, honestly. Ooh, the lightning bugs. We just paint a painting, like just a meadow with lightning bugs. That's it. It take me about 14 minutes. Give me 14 of them right now. I don't care what's in it. Give me 14 of them right now. Hey guys, all right. Appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. You guys are awesome. Cabin in the bottom of the mountains, okay? Dig that. I kind of want to do another one of these, just on a little smaller version. Just a little, like, 4 inches smaller, which is a big distance, ladies. So. But maybe on a smaller canvas, we could do another Aurora mountain scene with the waves and the crashiness, no? You want me to do a backflip? Dude, that's the way that Paint with Josh passed away. He tried to do a backflip, and I cracked my back in half, and then you guys would no longer have anything to watch. Really. Another Northern Lights scene. I'm telling you, that's what would happen. I'd go up, and then you guys would read it in the papers, and be like, well, no more Paint with Josh, because he tried to do a backflip on his live show, and was, not found for 6 days after that. It would have been funny. It'd be funny. Come on, it'd be funny. It'd be funny. In the papers. You gotta read it in the papers, guys. There's no internet. You read it all in the papers, I'm telling you. It's true, we would have a ton of people. You're like, we've been watching for like 20 minutes and we don't think he's gotten up. Like, can you go do a wellness check? They just come out like bleeding out. Like, tell everyone I said hi. Tell everyone my last words were, Scotty! I'm like, curse splot! Then that was it. Last beat. Be friendly. The jungle scenes. Do a ooh. You know what we haven't done in a really long time? Like in a supremely long time? It's like a water spout painting. Like a water tornado. Oh, guys, I can see it. I can see it right here going. I can see it. I can see the water spout. I've done a few of them. If you go far enough back on my YouTube page, when we did Sunday Seascapes, episode 2 of season 2, I think, is that water spout painting came out so freaking awesome. Might be season 1, actually. Literally right in front of my PWJ painting. Let's do it, they say. All right, we can't have a mountain in this next one. If we're going to put a water spout in it, there can't be a mountain. So we'll do clouds, water spout, crashing wave in the front. I really like this color palette. Should we stay with this color palette or should we go something different? Really? Right in front of my PWJ painting. And we'll get to hear the new Paint with Josh songs, guys. Where's my phone at? Aha. Dude, these songs are, they are literal bops. The song is a bop, and I love it to death. It's even now in the favorites on my phone. You guys want to hear some of the song? Just a little, and an anomaly. We can do some anomalies. There's an anomaly out here. I love that guy. Actually, I might make you wait to hear the song until the beginning of the next show. You got to be here right on time, right? Orange and red for a seascape? Like a water spout seascape? Orange and red? What? Anna, what? Little John. What? I don't know. I'm thinking volcanic seascape. Yeah, but then we can't have the water spout. The whole point about the water spout is it is the focal point. You know what I mean? Can't have the mountain, otherwise it gets all messed up and fuzzy and it makes everything seem too close. We want the water spout to look very far away, coming down from clouds about this high. right back into the thing. Depending on how big we get, we can make it much more close. Fucking wild, like do lots of stuff with a water spout. An abstract water spout. It could be a Mount Dew. You have the Mount Doom Seascape, don't you? The one volcanic seascape, but it doesn't have a big crasher like this. It's just got the little pitter patterers. A sea of lava. Oh man, it's crazy. What's up, Ridgeway Art? Or Tridgeway? T Ridgeway? Trig? I've lost already. But yeah, maybe we'll come back and do that. I don't know. I'm thinking like same-ish colors. Because we could do. I'm just looking at it over in my TV over here instead of like this. Too close to the project over here. We could do this wave, these colors. Maybe throw brown in the beach. You know what I mean? We could add another color. It's not a big deal, but. Brown sandy beach, teal water, blue eye, black sky, blue and teal clouds with a freaking wouter spat coming down. Yes, a wouter spat. I feel it. So, you guys, do you want to hear part of the little song? These songs, I'm telling you, you gotta like listen to the lyrics though. So you guys have to let me know if you can actually hear the song, right? A wouter spat. Yeah, that's what we're about to paint. Have you ever seen a wouter spat get hit by lightning? No? I might be able to hit it with lightning too. It all depends. Like I gotta start painting it in order to see where everything's supposed to go, right? So. Oh, a beach with some dead tree and some rocks. So I did have one of those, and it got picked up in one of our donations and sold to somebody. Driftwood Beach would be cool. Thunderstorm at She. Be kind of fun. That would be kind of fun. Let's play this song real quick. So if you guys, just let me know if you can hear this, right? Just can you hear it and listen to the lyrics?
In a digital world where colors collide, Josh brings the landscapes alive with pride. Oil on canvas, he's a master of flair, painting sunsets with style out of thin air. Sweep on the screen, watch the magic unfold.
Dude, it's a bop. Anyone else hear it? Dude, it's a bop. I love it. I'm using it for everything. I'm gonna use it for everything. 5 times a week. You hear that? Dude, I can't get enough of it. Seriously, there's like a whole nother minute. There's like a whole other minute of it. I can't get enough. I love it. I love it so much. I'm gonna put it for literally use it for the backdrop of every video. So I hope you guys like it because you're gonna be hearing it a lot. It's gonna be amazing. Well, Sherry, this one already got sold during the show. This one already has a home, but we're coming back later. For anybody who wants to grab one, Christmas is coming up soon, so start thinking about your Christmas gifts. And who wouldn't love an original Paint with Josh painting? Seriously. Boop, de boop. All right, thank you, Jen. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I'm gonna pull that song and start putting it on Instagram, on Facebook Reels, on TikTok videos, on YouTube Shorts, everything. Literally everything's gonna be slathered with that Paint with Josh techno song. It's gonna be awesome. Boop, de boop. Doing good, as always. So, I think I got an idea about what I want to paint. Thank you guys for your suggestions, as always. Is that Thirsty Turtles? Did they just come into my live? Did they just pop in? Because I heard you guys opened up your painting on your show, and I missed it. I'm pissed. Are they here? I'm going to wait the 10 seconds to make sure that they're actually here. No? No? Maybe they popped in and popped out. In any case, we're going to get out of here, guys. We'll be back at, 7-ish on the West Coast, 10-ish on the East Coast. You guys are awesome, as always. I can't wait to come back and do it again. And I'll get it into the store. And it's first come, first serve. Whoever's there is first wants to get it can grab the next one before it's even finished. Before it's even started, you can grab it, right? So, what else are we missing, mods? What are we forgetting? Love it. Bye. What are we forgetting? Diamond Art Club, right? Go to diamondartclub.com. Go to paintwithjosh.com. The PaintWithJosh brushes are supposed to be coming out very soon. Hello! Are you freaking kidding me right now? We just got another order. Guys, what is this one now? You're kidding. Oh, no way. Mackie Doo. Dude, I have not seen this painting in a year. Do you get? Oh shit! It fell. That's why don't put your foot up like Captain Morgan on top of your bucket and then lean the other way. You guys want to see what Mac just got? It's one of my favorite paintings that we did of Halloween last year, right? And nobody got it. And I was like, I couldn't figure out why nobody got it because it was so awesome. You guys want to see it? You just want to see it? Yes? No? I'm thinking yes. I'll go get it. This beautimus maximus of a painting miss. Fabulous. You guys want to see what Matt got from last year? Here's a good screenshot for you. Look at this guy. Same sort of coloration too. This one of my all-time favorites. Big old Pro Series canvas, right? It's like a flooded graveyard and some trees and such. The little thing. It's got shadows. It's got all sorts of super small, minute little details. It's actually my birth year. I give myself 100 years to rule art. Look at that. Awesome. Thank you, Mac. I never thought. I thought nobody was going to get this one. This one is so old, you guys. Look at this nut. It's more than 600 paintings ago, just about. Back on 9/22 of 2023, and we called it Riptide. But rest in peace because of the themes, right? Oh my god. It's awesome. I miss this one. Mwah. Thank you for getting this one back. It's been sitting in the closet waiting like Woody and Buzz. Like, is anyone going to play with me ever? No? Okay. So, thank you, Mac. You're awesome. That's one of my all-time favorite Halloween pieces. Absolutely, for sure. The UFO? Is there a UFO in it? There is a UFO in it. I was like, what are you talking about, UFO? I didn't write a UFO in it. I did, actually. I so did. And it comes with a free smooch. So, you guys have been amazing. I literally love my job every day. What's up, Bumpkin?
Hi,
Right in the middle of a show, bro.
I have to borrow this.
What are you doing?
I have to borrow
Oh, I saw your ball under there.
I know.
Yeah. Just don't worry. It's not in the middle of nothing. Fucking kids, bro. All right, so you guys have been awesome, like always. I absolutely love you. This one is absolutely gorgeous. I agree wholeheartedly, as they say. Most of the time, artists are like very much our own critics. The critics can go themselves on this one, baby. Woo! Looks like fire. It's fire. Hulk like fire, Thor like water, right? Like, it's very gorgeous. I love it. I can't wait. Love it, love it, love it. Volleyball tryouts were awesome. Spent barf too much money. Like, way too much. Did you get the ball?
Yeah.
Sweet. Try not to get it stuck anywhere. It's gonna fall. It fell. Pick it up. You lazy buns. Thank you.
Okay, bye, Dad. I love you.
Bye, Bob. Love you too. So, guys, this one, again, came out amazing. You guys were awesome. I can't wait to come back and do it again. I have the literal best job ever, right? Literally, to come out and hang out with my friends and do something cool and show you something cool. So, until the next show, which will be in about, I don't know, an hour and 10 minutes. There we go. It's 5:50, right? We start up again at 7, so you got an hour, you got 70 minutes. Go get some snackies, some drinky poos, some sweet toothy stuff, because you know me, I gotta have like my gummy worms and things. And then, yes, 100% fire of water made of paint. I dig it. But yeah, go get ready. We'll come back in about an hour and 10 minutes. And until I see you guys again on the next show, take care. Have the rest of a good day and bye.